Let me tell you a little story about a man named Ed. He liked to cut wood and keep his family fed. That is correct. This is Ed Rurup's, mine and Kenny's good friend, his 48C Eastonmade firewood processor. It is for sale. He's selling it. And we're doing a little video here for him so you guys can see it in operation. Check some clips from this winter and got information at the end. Stick around to the end. Here we go. So I'm here with Ed, and this is Ed's machine back here, and you live in northern Wisconsin.
Yes.
And he's had all kinds of processors. This is number 5, 4?
I believe it's 5.
5?
Number 5.
And so you started out with what one first?
Started out with a Hacky Pilkey 137 Easy. That was the one that had the hydraulics on it, you know.
Yep.
And kind of outgrew that, and then went to the 1610 Multi-Tech, and just wasn't real impressed with it. It's not very fast, you know. And so then I went to a Bell's 4000.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yeah. Big jump.
Yeah, and Brent really, you know, he did a good job selling that to me and worked out a good price. Traded that 1610 in on that.
Right.
And then kind of saw this 48C come out.
But you had a Dyna too.
Well, the Dyna I bought after, well, I guess, yeah, I bought the Dyna after I sold the 4000 because I was having withdrawals, you know, processor withdrawals. It's a disease.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got that Dyna. It was a used 2011-14, awesome machine. I still have it. My son uses that, and we just kind of, neighborhood kind of uses it, and it's just a good little machine, fast. Yeah. So then I saw this 48C. Andrew had just kind of taken over the company and come out with these his line. Right. And I was impressed.
Yeah.
So
a lot of good changes.
Yeah, a lot of good changes, and so I ordered up one of them along with that 32-foot conveyor. And
so you had this, what, 3 years, 4 years?
It's a 22.
Oh, it's about 3 years.
Yeah, it's got, it says it's got 400 and some hours on it, but one year I left the door open and somebody got in there, turned the key on.
And didn't turn it all the way back off.
And
so there's probably well over 100 hours of no run time.
Yeah, a couple of hundred probably. Well, I mean, a couple of hundred total hours, I would say, something like that.
Yeah, but still not too many hours. So.
No.
Well, that's good. So now, you're obviously looking at another machine, but this one is for sale.
Yeah.
And today we're going to run it, so you're going to see it running, and I'll do video of it. You're going to see coming up of all the different functions of Ed running it, show you how fast it is and how impressive it is.
Fun going around doing things, helping out Kenny here, and I kind of like to help out some people.
But now you've got a Multi-Tech elevator too.
Yes.
And that one you really like.
I really like that. That's
a tank.
It's a tank.
And it's got the big trough, right?
It's got the big trough on it,
right.
So I can take a scoop of wood, dump it in there, run it through I got a Multi-Tech tumbler. Yeah. So I run it through that and then load my dump truck with it. So,
okay, well let's look inside the cab, show you guys the inside the cab. You can show you kind of some of the functions a little bit, in case you're wondering. We're not going to do a complete walkthrough, we're just going to do the basics. And then I'll go around the machine as it's running so you can see everything running. Does that sound like fun?
Sure. One other thing, sure. I do have the box wedge splitter that my son built for it. That doesn't go with it.
That does not.
But it could be bought.
It could be bought for a price. Because you stuck a lot of time and effort and money into that.
Yeah, it was. It was a creation. It was a creation.
Could you make another one, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
And you would if someone had the right amount of money, you'd make it?
Yeah, it's no problem. My son's he's an artist with metal. So does a great job. Cody, we're at Metal Fab. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you want to take a look inside.
Let's go take a look. So I know from running this a little bit, it's very quiet here when you're running because that big blade there makes a little bit of noise, I've noticed.
Yeah, it does.
So just show me your basic.
Most importantly, got the cup holder, phone holder.
Phone holder,
power ports, emergency shut off. You know, this panel over here has got all of the controls that you just use once in a while.
Right.
You know, like the elevator, lift up the elevator, you know, just
Right, they're all labeled over here.
Log
right?
table, yeah, whatever you want. Oh, this is the speed of the elevator, lifting the elevator, lifting the log table. This is your indicator when it's warm enough to run.
We've been running it for a good hour now, so it should be warmed up.
I was going to call you, tell you, yeah, it's a good deal. Turn the blade on, turn the blade off. This is your setting your memory of the smart memory for how far you want the saw to come down. If you're cutting this little wood,
And how far you want it to stay up.
Up,
right?
correct,
So it's not going all the way, coming all the way.
Exactly.
Your throw is shorter. That's
your
what
throw is shorter. There you go. Yeah, and
obviously you've got heat, air conditioning,
yeah.
and your joystick over here for all your most of your main functions, right?
Yep, that runs everything. You know, that's all you run right here. It just a saw up, saw down, you know, splitter, and then
And you've got the 8-way wedge in there.
today we have the 8 wedge. That's
Do you
your
have
wedge.
other wedges you're selling with it, do you think, or?
There'll be 2 wedges come with it, just like when you buy them from the factory.
So what's the other one then? A 4 or 6?
I got a 12, another 12.
Another 12.
I mean a 12.
Yep.
But and then this is the tabled up and down.
Boy, that's fast.
Yeah, that's what makes it. If that wasn't that fast, you'd never use it.
Yeah,
And then
that's way faster than the 22 I had.
yeah, and then your reject door is right there.
Yeah.
You
I
got
guess
it.
they're changing that too. That's going to be something they're going to make a little faster, I guess.
What I'd like to see on the reject door
Yeah.
is where you got all these buttons over here, have a button that you just push it and it opens. You push it and it closes. So you don't have to, because otherwise you got to lift up on this and then hold it all the time. Well, I could be doing,
Another function.
I could bring logs in.
Right, because you got enough hydraulic pressure, you could be doing other functions.
Oh yeah, and then this is the log table,
Yep.
and that's the feed. It's so simple.
Your feed is fast. Holy smokes, that's fast.
Yeah,
And you're just idling.
Yeah, it's so ergonomically correct.
Yeah,
I think that's the
machine
right
is
term.
Just incredible. I've told guys, you know, because I've run the 22 MB and I've run this. Hands down, spend the extra money, get one of these. It's not even close.
Yeah, yeah.
And the 22 is nice, but if you're afraid of the big saw, I guess get that. But this is so much faster, so much nicer.
Yeah.
And it's not that much more money. If you're already spending, what is it, 120-ish?
For
50, I didn't even know what the 22 goes for now.
so I think 115, 120, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And,
yeah, it's well worth the money.
Yeah.
Well, now if you put a cab on them, I think they're 155, I believe, with a cab.
And you did really well on this because the price just keeps going up on everything. So buying a used one is, if you can find one, is a smart move.
Yeah, it is. It is a smart move.
Well, you're gonna fire it up and do some work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
hey, the only thing this thing is missing is that in the woodyard sticker.
We could put one in there. I got one in my truck. We'll put one on.
All right, we'll get it fired up.
All right, we'll do some video.
Everybody ready to go?
Yep.
Rock and roll.
All right. Well, 48 C Firewood. 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 48